Hi, I'm Kay of Kay's Creative Home. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm participating in the Fall Lantern Collab 2020, hosted by Kenya of Kenya's Decor Corner. Let's get started! For today's collab, I'll be working with these two lanterns I got from Pier 1 during their closeout sale. They came the way they are now with a nice little arrangement at the top, but I'm going to add some of the traditional fall colors in to make it fit into my decor a little better. The wheat, leaves, and the pomegranates that I'm showing there all came from Dollar Tree, and I love the way these colors blended together. And I also have this plaid ribbon and the ribbon with words about autumn and giving thanks, both from Dollar Tree. And we're going to start by putting together the floral arrangement that's I'm going to add to the top of my lantern. So for the first lantern, the taller one, I'm just going to split the lighter leaves because I don't want too many of those on the lantern. And once I finish removing these tags, we're going to get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the wheat, that's the tallest thing I have, and I'm going to kind of just divide it in half and bend one piece way back, hold it up to the lantern and make sure it's not way too long. I don't want it to extend past the lantern forever. And I kind of like the way that looks. So I'm going to just bend this piece back so that I'll have a little bit of wheat on the left and the right side of the lantern. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other foliage I have here. Just kind of divide it in half and then bend one to the left, one to the right. And the stems of these leaves are going to stay attached. And once I get them all together, you won't even see it. It'll be hidden in the between the foliage and the bows that I'll be adding to the lantern. So here they are all bundled together, and I'm going to just set it to the side a moment and take off what is already on the lantern. So it is on with just kind of a twisted tie, and I guess it's a piece of wire. And so that came off very easily. And now I'm going to separate this burlap bow from the other foliage. And that's what's left, all bound together already. So now I'm going to take my Dollar Tree foliage and again just kind of arrange it in the order I wanted it. I had the wheat, the pomegranates, the red leaves, and then the cream. And it kind of goes almost from longer to shorter. And I put the cream on top because there won't be a whole bunch of cream except for what was already on the lantern. So I'm going to add the previous foliage right to the top of that, and then I'm going to get me a zip tie and pull all of this together. The next step is going to be to make a bow, and I'm trying to get it to be about the same size as the burlap bow, so you'll see me holding it up against that quite a few times. I want to make sure the tail of the bow and the loops on the bow are about the same size. So I'm going to make, I believe this is one where I made a 4-loop bow, and I'm just going to go back and forth, making sure they're about the same size because I didn't bring any kind of ruler or measuring device out to use. And I'm going to just keep going back and forth, making my loops and kind of gathering it together in the center. And then I'll have another tail, and I will trim that, and that first bow will be complete. I'm going to just use a clothespin to hold that together until I get the next part of my bow. The next one I'm going to use, the next ribbon, is a plaid ribbon, also from Dollar Tree. I love this plaid. I'm not really a plaid person, but I love the deep colors in this one. So it's almost going to be a solid behind that white ribbon with the words on it. So again, I'm going to hold it to get next to the other one to get the loops and tail about the same size, same length. And I think I'm going to just make 3 loops with this bow, and then we're going to put them together. Now again, today's Fall Lantern Collab is hosted by Kenya of Kenya's Decor Corner. Please don't forget to check out her channel, and the playlist for the collab is also in my description box, along with her channel link, so that you can go see what else she has on her channel. She does some wonderful home decor. You're going to love her fall decor. I always make sure I watch her holiday decor because she does an incredible job. And then there'll be others participating in this playlist. You'll see some beautiful lantern ideas for fall. So now that I've got both of these bows ready, I've put them together, added a zip tie, and cutting off that extra piece of zip tie. And I'm just going to shape it up a little bit. Try to make sure that the plaid bow doesn't hide in the background, pulling it forward a little bit. So the next thing is to attach it to my foliage, and then again using a zip tie to do that. I'm starting to love working with zip ties. They hold everything so nice and tight together. As always, when I pull these things together, part of the work is to just shape things, shape the bow to shape the foliage. So now I'm cutting the dovetails into the bottom of the tails. And then, like I said, we're going to shape some things. And that's going to be kind of lifting and twisting even some of the flowers so that they don't look just flat. Now, if you're enjoying the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with others. And if you want to see how I use these lanterns in my decor, please hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you'll be notified when new videos are released, because I'm going to be using these lanterns on my front porch. But I have not started my front porch yet. I've got to do some power washing and cleaning and painting. So I've got quite a bit to do before I can actually take the lanterns out outside and add them to my porch decor. But today I'm just going to fluff here and fluff there till I get this looking like I want it to. And then we'll be adding it to the lantern. It's always amazing how you can just bring things to life by bending and twisting. It makes it look more natural. And you'll probably notice in the center of the bow, I actually pulled some of the berries from the flowers into the center there. So now I'm going to just attach this using pipe cleaner. You'll see it here on the back. I'm twisting a piece of pipe cleaner on there, and then I'm going to use that pipe cleaner to attach the entire thing to my lantern. I thought a zip tie would be a little too tight. I wanted to have some ability to move it and twist it and turn it the way I wanted it, on this lantern. Because right now I'm going to leave it with it kind of just going from side to side. But at some point, you can kind of bend. Like if I bend the right side down and have the left side kind of up. The different things you can do with this. So again, we're going to fluff, fluff, fluff till we get it just like we want it. What do you think? Leave me a comment, let me know. The last step I'm going to do is to add a little bit of decor within the lantern, not a whole lot because the candle in there is stationary. It's actually built into the lantern. I can't move it. It is battery operated and works on a timer, which is great, so that I can have it come on at night without, having to go outside and turn it on each evening. So I had some of these leaves left from last year or previous years, and they also were Dollar Tree leaves. So I'm just going to add them around the candle and make sure I add in some of these deep red ones. And I could have added some pumpkins and other things, but I thought it would be too much because of the other things I have planned for the porch. All right, so that's it for the first one. Now for the second one, we're going to do the same thing. I'm just going to fast forward through this. The only thing I'm going to do differently is I'm going to clip my floral pieces so that I can get them the exact length I want them. Because the lantern isn't as big, I don't want the florals and the bow to be as big as the other one. It would just look gigantic on a smaller lantern. So I'm cutting them into pieces, and now with the foliage that was originally on the lantern, I took that, put it in my hand, and I'm beginning to work the other pieces around that. And I'm just placing them where I want them, and I'm doing one side at a time. And once I get everything kind of like I want it, same type of order, the lighter things toward the front, still the longer things in the back. So those pomegranates and the wheat leaves will still be toward the back. And now I'm taking a zip tie and tightening what I've done on that side. And of course I'll have to fluff it up to make it look like something, because right now it just looks like a mashed mess. And then I'm doing the same thing on the other side. Started already adding everything in, grabbing my zip tie and putting it around there, tightening it up. And then I'll kind of fluff up that side too. In the interest of time, I've made a bow using the same steps as before. Again, the loops are a little smaller. I'm adding it on with a pipe cleaner again. And now I can attach it to my lantern. And you can see how that is actually, it's a more appropriate size for the lantern. So once again, grabbing some of those dark leaves, and I'm going to add them at the bottom as you see here. So here we go. We've got 2 lanterns complete, and they are ready for my front porch. Again, I want to thank Kenya of Kenya's Decor Corner for hosting the Fall Lantern Collab for 2020. It's been my pleasure to participate. I always enjoy participating in the lantern collabs. I love changing my lanterns out for each season. Again, if you'd like to see how I incorporate it on the porch, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you'll be notified as I release new videos. I thank you for spending this time with me, and I'll be talking with you again real soon.